Amazon told me to call the police.
Go off, Delta!
Recently, I ordered some what I consider to be expensive and high ticket items from Amazon. And I knew they were time sensitive and I wanted them to be in my hands with no problems whatsoever. So I decided I would try something new. I would have them sent to Amazon Go. In my area, there's an Amazon Fresh and an Amazon Go, and I never really go to them. But I decided, what is Go? What is Amazon Go? I could see through the window that it's like donuts and coffee, and it's like a convenience store. But you can also do pickups and I guess returns as well. That's what I was assuming. So I knew I wasn't going to return these items. I was just picking up the items. So the items that I was ordering as a gift for someone else was a Nintendo Switch 2, but it was in a bundle. So it came with that, and then it also came with Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Kart, whatever the video is. It came with that, and then it also came with, like, you could add on and turn it into the bundle. Donkey Kong something Donkey Kong. See, I don't know what the games are. Like the last time I played those games was in a Pizza Hut in the 80s. So I'm not real well versed in any of this world. So I just wanted to be sure that I was getting exactly what I needed and this gift was going to be delivered with no problem. So I had them shipped not to my house, but to Amazon Go. I get a notification that the items were shipped separately. The bundle was in two parts. One part had the gaming system, and then it also had the Super Mario Brothers whatever with it. The other part was going to come one day later, and it was going to be just the Donkey Kong video game. Fine, no problem. So I go get the first item, go check in. You have to like check in on your phone. You have to scan your phone to get into the building. Once you're in the building, you show them your code. They have this like sort of like an open cubbyhole storyline. So she pulls all the things out. Everything was scanned. I go on my way and I'm thinking, this is convenient. It's right around the corner from me. So I'll be back tomorrow. No problem. And it was raining. So I thought, well, this is kind of good because there's not going to be any damage to like an electronic piece of something, right? Not that there ever would be, but my mind's going crazy because this is a gift and I really want to make sure that it's exactly the way that it should be. So I get a notification. Your item's available. Come pick it up. So I go to pick up the item. No problem. I already know how to use my phone. So I scan to get in. I look around. There's a little bit of a line, but people are getting what they're getting. So I get up to the front and the girl says, are you picking up, dropping off? I said, I'm just picking up. And I show her my phone and she looks at the item and she goes, oh, okay. She goes over to the little cubbies there. Now it's like an IKEA kind of organizer thing, like just like in school when they're like, here's the baskets for coloring books and this and that. So she walks up and she looks and then she pulls the item out. Okay. So she pulls the item out and she scans it and she hands it to me. And it's just a thin bubble mailer, but the package was open at the top. And I'm like, hey, I I don't think this is mine. And she's like, I'm sorry. And she like looks over and she's like, yeah, that's yours. I scanned it. And I said, yeah, but there's nothing in here. And she goes, well, did you look inside? Did I look inside? I mean, like it was like a piece of tissue. Like there's nothing to look inside of. That's like saying like, um, is my soda right here? Well, I mean, there's nothing in there. There's skin and wrinkles. Like what else would be there? You can see that there's nothing there. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm like, here's the thing. And I like sort of bend the envelope and I look and I hold it to her like this. And I say, there's nothing in there. Like there's nothing inside of there. And she goes, oh yeah, you're going to have to call customer service. I'm going to have to call customer. I'm in customer service. I thought I was in customer service. I thought the whole point of having something sent to Amazon Go is so that I wouldn't have to go anywhere. I shouldn't have to go anywhere else and I shouldn't have to go off. I'm in where it is. Shout it from the rooftops, baby, I'm ready to fucking go. Republica sang the song. Okay? I'm ready to go. I want my package. I want my item. I want the second part of the shipment. She's like, well, you're going to have to call customer service. You're welcome to use our phone. I'm welcome to use your phone. Do you think I don't have a phone? I mean, I just held the phone to you. Why would I use the phone to call an 800 number somewhere else when I could be talking to you right here? Now, I'm sure there's other people that are well versed in this and they go, "Oh, well, I've gone to Amazon Go and I didn't have a problem. Well, I go to Amazon Fresh and I didn't have a problem." Well, guess what? You weren't there. I was. And I think it's the responsibility of that person to say, "Wow, I do see that an item is missing. I don't know why it's missing. My only way of solving this is to do X, Y, and Z." And if that is how you call customer service, she could have said, "Well, my name is so and so. Here's your code. They're going to ask you for this and this and this." But she was just like, "Well, I don't know what to tell you." Well, I know what to tell you. You stole it. Somebody in here stole it. And the reason I know that is because somebody had to sign for those items, right? This was not the North Pole. This was not Santa's workshop. This is not where Cupid makes all of the Valentine's Day gifts. That's not what happens here. They're shipped in from somewhere else, whether they're third-party sellers or they're Amazon Essentials or whatever they are. They come from another warehouse and then they're brought here and then they're disseminated to the people of this area who decided that they were going to send things there because it was safer. So somebody had to sign for those packages. Somebody had to say, "Oh, okay, scan that's someone's item and Mrs. Richards' item and Mr. Van Dyke's item and Mr. Gonzalez's item." Whoever it is that's ordering, and then those items get there and they go, "Oh, okay, 713, 24B," and they put there and then they wait. And then as soon as those people come in, they hand it, they scan it, and they give it to them. So I knew at this point, all I was getting was, you have to call customer service. We have nothing to do with it here. We are not customer service agents. We have no representation for Amazon other than the fact that our store says Amazon. You have to scan your Amazon app to get inside the store. You can only pay with Amazon, but we're not Amazon. We're not Amazon here. We don't do anything. We are not your next line of defense. We will not walk with you to the next level. We don't care about Amazon Prime or any of that. We are just Amazon Go, which I don't know if that's now outsourced. So now people that, I mean, it could be outsourced. You know, you have people that roll up at your house at 10 o'clock at night in an 87 Honda Civic and throw shit at your lawn. And they're like, "Oh, I'm Amazon." Okay, I guess so. So maybe it is outsourced. Either way, it's not my fault to leave there and go call customer service. I'm in Amazon Go. My job is to talk to the people in Amazon Go or show up here and go off. She wasn't going to help me. So I said, "Fine. All right. You know what? You have a nice day." I said, I can tell that you do not have any other information for me. You have a nice day. So I decided to call Amazon. I've called Amazon a million times before, and a million, I'm exacerbating, probably not a million times, but I've called them before. And there's always some sort of issue with me communicating what it is that I don't understand and what information they have for me. So I have a hard time trying to get through the prompts because usually they try to send you to the Rufus or the this or the that. And in the prompts, it's like, no, 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 it's not that. Or are you having a problem with your delivery of 12 boxes of wintergreen gum? Like, no, it's not that item. It's not that. And I'm that person that's like, representative, representative, representative. Like, I have to say it 900 times. I don't know how loud or whatever. Finally, someone gets on. And what do? Every single time? They talk over you. I don't know if there's a delay on the phone. I don't know if they're recording this for better customer service and training purposes. I don't know what's happening. But there's always some sort of delay that's causing them to talk over me. So I just wait for them to finish. I give it a couple beats, and then I say my story. Give it a couple beats, I say my story. Give it a couple beats, I say my story. Finally, they go, "Please hold." They send me over. This lady answers. This lady sounds like she's 2 doors down from me. She sounds like, I don't know, a waitress from Middle America. Just cool. "Hey, how are you doing?" I said, "I'm doing great. How are you?" "Well, how can I help you? It seems like there's a problem that we've been escalated." I don't remember how she said it, but she was something about escalation. And I explained to her what was going on. She goes, "Uh-huh, okay. Now tell me what it was, the item that you ordered." I tell her. She says, "Oh, I see. It's a video game. Okay. Did you receive the first part of this order? Because it says you received it." I said, "Yes." She said, "Did you take the package home with you? The package that was empty?" I said, "Yes, I did take it home. I didn't want to take it home." And I said, "Can I just leave this here? Because if I take this empty package with me, how is there going to be any proof other than the fact that I already accepted it? How do they know I didn't throw it away?" And she said, "You should not have taken that package home because It was stolen from the premises. Your item was stolen from the premises because it had to be scanned in or rejected because it was empty. If it was open and they squeezed it open and they could see nothing was in there and it was torn, obviously something was missing. If you took the package, that says that you now have it and whatever's inside of it is now your possession. But here's the thing. I wasn't offered the option to look inside the package. She scanned it and then handed it to me. That means that it was already checked out. That means it was already my responsibility. That means that everything is null and void. So I explained, listen, I'm not looking for a discount. I'm not looking for extra. I'm not looking for a package that's damaged. I want to know where the item is that I paid for. I don't want you to gift wrap it. I don't want a gift receipt. I don't want an I'm sorry. I just want the item and I want to be out of your hair. I need to know how my item that could have been delivered by some random car, some random evening to a porch that's completely dark on some random night is safer than an item that is sent into a store that you have to unlock access to with a personal device. How is the item not safer there? How is the item more risked there? You know how it's more risked? Because the employees know what's coming through there. Someone took it. Someone is either playing the video game or someone sold the video game. But the video game was sent from somewhere. It was not sent in an open package, and the package wasn't unsealed. The package was cut open with a knife, with an X-Acto knife. You could see it. All you had to do was go, oop, squeeze it and pop it out. It was in there. So the lady says, I'm so sorry you're experiencing this. We will give you a refund right now, or we can send you the same item. I said, okay. She said, we need you to take pictures of the package. I said, well, there's nothing really to take a picture of. So I had to take a picture of the package, and then I had to open up the envelope and take a picture of the envelope. So like where the little tear was, I had to just take a picture like that. It's like when you order from DoorDash or something and they say, show me your missing item. Here it is. Here's my missing tacos right here. Like, I don't know if you want me to just draw a taco on my hand and then put a line through it, but she needed the picture, so I wasn't going to argue. I said, okay, well, I can send those. So I send them over, and she says, actually, we cannot send you another item. We can only refund it to your original form of payment or to a gift card balance. I said, all I want to do is reorder the item. I'm not trying to get a freebie. I'm not trying to do any of that. But if I'm not going to get it by tomorrow, and I don't think I am, I'll just take it on the balance, and then I'll just apply that somewhere down the road. She says, okay. We can do that. Can't order the item. We can give you a refund. However, if we refund this, we cannot prove whether or not the item was stolen. I say, what do you mean? She goes, well, you can do one other thing. You can call the police. You can call the police because this is over a certain dollar amount, and then you can have them investigate this because someone has stolen this. I'm quite sure someone has stolen this. But if you want your refund right here, right now, you have to not launch an investigation because it will currently be under investigation. And then that means that you can't get your refund until that investigation is resolved. Well, I don't want somebody to lose their job. Maybe I do. But what I want is people to be aware of the fact that it's not safer in Amazon Go. You might as well just be at home and wait at home, sit on the porch. Maybe go to a mom and pop shop, maybe do something else. But the reality is that the item was not going to be safe at all in that store. So that says to me, going back, if you knew the video game was there, do they maybe monitor Amazon and go, you know, that box could be the gaming system. If we just can't find it right now and the person doesn't put up enough of a fuss and the person knows Amazon returns anything, Walmart returns anything, you just go up there and complain and make a big of a bitch and a fuss about it, they'll give you whatever they want. Maybe the employee said, shit, we can have a gaming system. If we can get 20 for a video game, we can move this thing out of here, this $600, $500 gaming system. We can move this shit out of here for $100. No one will be any the wiser. I really do believe, there's no other explanation as to why this would happen consistently from one day to the next, why the person would scan the package and look me in the face, go, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I know what it is to have an attitude problem and to be a petty bitch, but I also know what it is to know that I'm not going to fucking steal from someone. I understand we're living in a crazy time, right? People are stealing groceries because they have no other way. People are stealing from corporations because they have no other way. Corporations are stealing people's insurance and then charging them out the ass, and people are getting nothing. There is another way for them. But for the average person, there's not another way. But you know what the other way is? Is to not steal or have expectations of people who are in the same fucking boat as you. So to steal from your neighbor is extremely fucked up. If you're going to steal from the rich to give to the poor, steal from the rich. But to steal a video game, somebody up the street bought that for somebody else's birthday gift. And you're so lousy. You're so lousy that you would do that. And the company would know. She said, oh, well, we could just put a monitor on that store. We can just check that store. If you think that this is an issue, I said, it is an issue. It's a huge issue. And you're the one telling me, oh, I think they stole. Here's my other question. Why do I never have access to this person I had access to? Why is it normally a person in a call center that has a hard time understanding me and I have a hard time understanding them and nothing ever gets resolved? But in this case, the second I said, I'm missing an item and I think someone stole it, it was fast tracked to somebody who sounds just like me, somebody who knew exactly what to say to me, and then somebody who completely sided and said, your assumption and allegation that someone stole this, that's exactly what page we're on. And we think that we should offer you the option of fucking calling the police on our brick and mortar because we think that happened too. That's mind blowing. I would think as a company, they would say, we're so sorry for your inconvenience, and look over and go, we need to squash this right now. What do we do? Offer them a $500 gift card. We're so sorry. And during these troubled times, we would love to keep your business. We'd like to send you a shopping spree for whatever amount of money. And then that's that. But no, they were inviting me in. They said, baby, turn state's evidence, honey. Call the police on the Donkey Kong video game. They wanted me to do it. They said, I implore you to call the police. Can you imagine if I called the police over Donkey Kong? Hello, police? Hi, this is Delta Work. I am calling about a missing video game. I was at your donut shop, you know, the one that you go into, Amazon Go. You go in and you scan your phone, you can buy a donut, you can pick up your items. There was a girl there. And I swear, I could smell her perfume. She was not wearing Baccarat Rouge. She was wearing the Ariana Grande Cloud, which is kind of a knockoff of the other. And that's what made me recognize her. I knew that there was something shady going on because I heard her in a conversation telling other people that she was wearing Baccarat Rouge. And I know that it's not. So I already knew that there was going to be problems, you know, from the jump. When I went in and asked for my video game, she tried to hand me a package that was ripped. Girl, listen, I was not born yesterday. In fact, I was born 50 years ago. Do you understand me? 50 years ago, we didn't do this. But here and now, girls that lie about what fragrance they're wearing, baby, we know you're wearing a body spray, not full perfume. This is not entente. Do you know what I mean? I know the difference. She did not know the difference. So they told me to call the police. And guess what I did? I called the police. Do you want to see me finish this call? Because I want to finish this call.